This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Agun Erev Shabbos, Parshas Vayechi. On Yaakov Avinu's deathbed, he sees 12 children. Each one of his children, they have a different personality, a different inclination, a different perspective. He fears, how will they ever come together? How will they ever forge into one people? Whereupon the brothers declare, don't worry. Shema Yisrael. Listen, our father, Yisrael. Listen, Yaakov. Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. We all believe in one God. We all accept one Ribbonu Shel Olam. Thus, we are all one people. Whereupon Yaakov Avinu, ever so grateful for the promising future of Klal Yisrael, he proclaims, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'olam Va'ed. Blessed is the name of the glory of his kingdom forever and ever. And as beautiful and powerful as this tefillah is, we are all familiar that when we recite Kriya Shema, we say this tefillah balachash. We say it quietly. Why do we say it quietly? Chazal offer us two reasons why we say it quietly. The Gemara Pesachim and Nun Vav tells us that while Yaakov Avinu recited this tefillah out loud, when Moshe Rabbeinu to a Kriya Shema in Parshas V'aschanan, he left out, he omitted the pasuk Baruch Shem. Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad v'Yahavta. He skipped Baruch Shem. So what do? We're in a quandary. We have a dilemma. If we're going to say it, it's going to be insulting to Moshe who didn't say it. If we're not going to say it, it's going to be insulting to Yaakov who said it. So we compromise. We say it quietly. Another explanation given by the Torah in Siman Taf Reish Yotes in Arachayim, citing Dvarim Rabbah in Parshas V'aschanan, that Moshe Rabbeinu, he goes up to Shamayim, he hears the Malachei HaShareis praising Hashem, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'olam Va'ed. Comes down to this world, he teaches the praise to Klal Yisrael, but he warns them, he cautions them. Say it quietly. You don't want to incite the jealousy of the Malachim. Medrash says this is analogous to a thief. He steals a priceless jewel from the king's palace. He gives it to his wife to wear, but he says, only wear it in private, so no one knows that you stole it. Therefore, during the year, we don't want the Malachim to know that we stole their prayer. On Yom Kippur, when we reach the level of Malachim, then we're able to say, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'olam Va'ed out loud. There may, however, be another important reason why we are not authorized to say the tefillah of Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai out loud. The Gemara Masechta Chagiga on Daf Yud Gimel and Beis discusses a seeming contradiction between two psukim that describe the appearance of the Srafim, the fiery angels. The Navi Yeshaya teaches us, that the Malachim have 6 wings. The Navi Yechezkel, however, tells us the Srafim only have 4 wings. It's a stira. Do they have 6 like Yeshaya says, or do they have 4 like Yechezkel says? The Gemara answers, it all depends. It all depends if the Beis HaMikdash is standing or not. Yeshaya is describing the Malachei HaShareis in the time the Beis HaMikdash stood. When the Beis HaMikdash stood, Malachim have 6 wings. Yechezkel, on the other hand, is describing the angels after the Beis HaMikdash had been destroyed. After the Beis HaMikdash had been destroyed, Malachim appear with only 4 wings. What's the meaning of this Gemara? Why do the Malachei HaShareis have more or less wings depending on whether the Beis HaMikdash is standing or not? Says the Arizal. The Arizal reveals to us a startling, astounding revelation. The 6 wings of the Malachei HaShareis correspond to the words Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'olam Va'ed. On one wing it says Baruch. On the second wing it says Shem. On the third wing it says Kavod. The 4th Malchusai. The 5th Li'olam. 6th Va'ed. These are the 6 wings of the Malachei HaShareis. The 6 special words of tefillah that the Malachim are able to praise Hashem with. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchusai Li'olam Va'ed. Now, which 2 words, which 2 wings are missing? Now that the Beis HaMikdash is destroyed, says the Vilna Gaon, unbelievable, in his commentary to Seder's Ram called Shnois Eliyahu, the missing wings, the missing words that we don't have, Now that the Beis Hamikdash is destroyed, are the two words, the two middle words, Kavod Malchusai, the honor of His kingdom. Now that the Beis Hamikdash is destroyed, the honor and glory of Hashem's kingdom is not apparent to the world. The two wings that cover the face of the Malachim, that say Baruch Shem, they're extant. Hashem's name, of course, is still blessed. The two wings that cover their feet, La'olam Va'ed, God's is blessed forever and ever. It's the two wings, the two middle wings, that cover the body of the Malach. The two wings that say Kavod Malchusai. The two middle wings. Those are the wings that the Malachim are missing. Because as long as a temple lays in ruins, Rebbeinu Shalom does not have Kavod Malchus. Says the Vilna Gaon in the Tefillah of the Shalosh Regalim, what do we say? We say Rebbeinu Shalom. Avihinu Malkeinu Gale. We say reveal. Kavod Malchusai Aleinu. Reveal the honor of your Malchus. Rebuild the Beis Hamikdash. If you rebuild the Beis Hamikdash, the Malachim will again have their two middle wings. They'll praise you for Kavod Malchus, and the glory of Hashem's Malchus will once again be revealed to the world. It's quite amazing. One of the most valuable Sfarim on the Agadic portions of Shas is the Ben Yoyada by the Ben Ish Chai. Take a look at the Ben Yoyada, Masech Chagiga, Yud Gimel Amud Beis. He quotes the Chidush of Hagoyin Morenu Harav Elyomi Vilna. Says Chacham Yosef Chaim, the Ben Ish Chai. Now we understand the meaning of the pasuk we say in Ashrei every day. Kavod Malchuscha Yomeru Ugvurascha Yidaberu. Pasuk points out, says the Ben Ish Chai, that there will be a time, Kavod Malchuscha Yomeru, that Hashem's Malchus will be declared again. You know when that will be, says Chacham Yosef Chaim. Kavod Malchuscha Yomeru. When the time comes that the middle two wings of the Malachim, that are now clipped off, the two wings that said Kavod Malchus, that they don't have anymore, when they become active again, singing Shiur to Hashem, when will that be? Of course, that will be L'asad Lavai, the time of the coming of Mashiach. Kavod Malchuscha Yomeru, when the Malachim again say Kavod Malchus, Gvurascha Yidaberu, that will be a time that the whole world will declare God's Gevura, because it will be a time of unparalleled miracles for Klal Yisrael. It will be a time of Kimei Tzeischa Me'eretz Mitzrayim Arenu Neflais. Quite interesting that if you look in the Sefer Oyev Yisrael of the Aftarav, Parshas Vayechi, he quotes his Rabbi Melech, Rabbi Melech Milozhinsk, who agrees exactly to the Vilna Gaon that the missing wings of the Malachei Asher are the two missing middle wings that say Kavod Malchus. However, says the Aftarav, he personally would disagree, and he would say the missing wings of the Malachim are the two bottom wings, the two wings that cover their feet, the two wings that say on them La'olam Va'ed. By the way, this is the opinion of the Kotzker also. Ben Ish Chai writes that this opinion, to say that it's the two bottom wings that the Malachim are missing, that coincides with the Gemara in Chagiga, the opinion of the Rabbanan, the Chachamim, who say that it's the wings that cover the Malachei Asher's feet that are missing. And then this would be the meaning of the pasuk. Minasam l'meshisa Yaakov. Who has allowed Klal Yisrael to be trampled? The Yisrael l'boizazim. Halai Hashemzu, it's God. Chatanu lai. Literally, we've sinned against Him. But it could also mean another meaning. Chatanu, you know what we're missing? Lai. The two bottom wings. La'olam va'ed. Lai stands for La'olam va'ed. But be it as it may, whether it's the last two words or the middle two words, the tefillah of Baruch Shem Kavod Malchus La'olam va'ed is no longer complete. Either it's missing Kavod Malchus or it's missing La'olam va'ed. Says Hagon Rav Asher Weiss, this may be another reason why we are not authorized anymore to say this tefillah out loud. Because we are no longer worthy of the full import of this tefillah. But the Yid in his heart, he has tremendous further. The neshama of the Jew longs, yearns, pines to scream out, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchus La'olam va'ed, to publicize Hashem's glory throughout the world. How could we contain ourselves? How are we able to restrain the deepest desires of the Yid to proclaim to the world the majesty of Hashem? Fasten your seatbelts. Listen to this. There is one tefillah that we have, that our Chachamim allow us, and not just allow us, encourage us to declare with all of our strength, and all our power, and all our concentration, and all of our kavanah, as the Gemara in Shabbos Kuf Yates, Amar Rabbi Shiur ben Levi, Kol ha'oina amen yeshmei rabba mivarach b'chol koichai, karin la gezardina. That amen yeshmei rabba is so powerful, scream it on the top of your lungs. Doesn't mean to disturb someone else. Taisa says it means b'chol koich, b'chol kavanasai. But we say this b'kol ram. It's unbelievable. If you look at the Targum Yushalmi, this week's Parsha, that records how the brothers say to Yaakov Avinu, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Says the Targum Yushalmi, what did Yaakov respond? Yaakov responds, Yehei Shmei Rabba Mivarach Le'olam V'ad. Amazing. He responds, Yehei Shmei Rabba. But that's not what the Gemara Pesachim says. The Gemara Pesachim says he responded with, Baruch Shem Kvod Malchusa Li'olam V'ad. The answer is, what do we see from the Targum Yushalmi? Yehei Shmei Rabba Mivarach is the Targum, as a translation of Baruch Shem Kvod Malchusa Li'olam V'ad. It's the same tefillah. Yehei Shmei Rabba is the Targum of Baruch Shem Kvod Malchusa Li'olam V'ad. Says Rav Asher Weiss, as long as the Beis Hamikdash lays in ruin, we're not able to say Baruch Shem Kvod Malchusa Li'olam V'ad. But we are able to say Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevarach. That's the Aramaic equivalent. And we're not inciting the jealousy of the Malachi Asharis. Because as the Gemara tells us, the Malachim don't understand Aramaic. Or as the Ravid explains in the Tamim Deim, they don't pay attention to Aramaic. So in the meantime, we satisfy the urge of the neshama by declaring and proclaiming Hashem's glory. We're not able to say Baruch Shem Kvod Malchusai. We satisfy our urge by saying Yehei Shmei Rabba. But we await the great day when the Malachi Asharis will again have 6 wings, and Hashem's glory will be apparent to the whole world. And then we'll be able to declare Baruch Shem Kvod Malchusai Li'olam V'ad, Abias Gal Tzedek, like our father, like our patriarch Yaakov Avinu. Agun Shabbos.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.